In this video, we're solving a second-order homogeneous differential equation using the method of coupled equations. So for this video, we're solving the example y prime prime minus 4y prime minus 21y equals 0, with the initial conditions y prime of 0 equals 1 and y of 0 equals 2. So the first step is we need to define x as y prime, and we put this into our differential equation. So if x is y prime, then y prime prime is x prime. Then we get minus 4y prime, which is minus 4x. And then we have to leave the minus 21y equals 0 as it is. So rearranging the equation, we can rewrite this as a coupled system. X prime equals 4x plus 21y, and y prime equals x. We now want to put this into matrix form. So that left-hand side becomes the matrix x prime, y prime. This is equal to, so we have our coefficient matrix, which is our coefficients for the x and the y in the two equations. So we have 4 from the 4x, 21 from the 21y, and then from the second equation, we have 1 because we have 1x, and 0 because there's 0y. And this is multiplied by the matrix xy. So we can define the matrix A to be our coefficient matrix, and the matrix capital X to be the matrix xy. This allows us to rewrite the coupled system as x prime equals ax in matrix form. Once we've wrote this into matrix form, the next step is to find the eigenvalues for A. So the eigenvalues are given by the equation determinant of A minus lambda I equals 0, where lambda is our eigenvalues to be found, and I is the identity matrix. So we can rewrite this as the determinant of A, which is 4, 21, 1, 0, minus lambda times the identity matrix 1, 0, 0, 1, and this is equal to 0. So the lambda is a scalar, so we can do scalar multiplication with the identity matrix, and then matrix subtraction gives us the matrix 4 minus lambda, 21, 1 minus lambda. For a 2 by 2 matrix, we know that the determinant is we multiply the diagonals and then take the difference. So we do the 4 minus lambda multiplied by the minus lambda, and then we subtract the other product of the diagonals, the 21 multiplied by 1, and this is equal to 0. So expanding the brackets, we get a quadratic. Lambda squared minus 4 lambda minus 21 equals 0. And in this case, we can factorize. So we can rewrite this as lambda plus 3 times lambda minus 7. So solving this is equal to 0. We get that lambda is equal to minus 3 or 7. So if your quadratic didn't factorize very easily, you could just use the quadratic formula to find the two values for lambda, which are our eigenvalues of A. Then for each eigenvalue, we need to find the corresponding eigenvector. So we're going to start with the eigenvalue of minus 3. So to find the eigenvector, we're looking for the solutions to the equation A minus lambda I, where lambda is the minus 3, multiplied by x is equal to 0. So we can substitute in what we know for A for lambda, which is minus 3, and we know that I was the matrix 1, 0, 0, 1. And this is going to give us the matrix 7, 21, 1, 3, multiplied by xy equals 0. So doing matrix multiplication, we multiply the first row by that column xy to get 7x plus 21y. And then we also multiply that second row by the column xy, and this gives us x plus 3y, and both of these are equal to 0. So we get a pair of simultaneous equations 7x plus 21y equals 0, and x plus 3y equals 0. Notice that that first equation is just a scalar multiple of the second. The first equation is 7 times that second equation. Therefore, we're going to have infinitely many solutions. So to solve this, we just pick a value for y. So we can choose, for example, y is equal to 1, and then find the corresponding value for x, and this will give us a vector in the direction of those solutions for this pair of simultaneous equations. So if we know that when y is equal to 1, x has to be equal to -3 to make these equations work, then our solution can be represented by the vector -3, 1. So any solution to this pair of equations is going to be a scalar multiple of this vector. Then we're going to repeat the process for the other eigenvalue of 7. So using that same equation, but this time with the eigenvalue lambda equals 7. This gives us the equation -3, 21, 1, -7 times xy equals 0. So again, multiplying using matrix multiplication, we can multiply that first row by the xy, which gives us -3x plus 21y. Then doing the same with the second row, we have x minus 7y, and these are equal to 0. So we have a pair of simultaneous equations, -3x plus 21y equals 0, and x minus 7y equals 0. So again, that first equation is 3 times the second equation, so we have infinitely many solutions. So we can represent these solutions by a vector in the direction of the line of the solutions. So we can pick a value for y, so let y equal to 1. Then using that second equation, we can see that if y is equal to 1, x has to be equal to 7. We get our second eigenvector, which is 7 and 1. So from here, we can write the general solution. So the general solution is given by x is equal to c1 v1 e to the lambda 1t plus c2 v2 e to the lambda 2t, where c1 and c2 are constants to be determined. v1 is the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda 1, and v2 is the eigenvector corresponding to the eigenvalue lambda 2. So if we take lambda 1 as 7, then v1 is the vector 7, 1. And if we take lambda 2 as -3, then we found that v2 is -3, 1. This gives us xy equals c1 7, 1 e to the 7t plus c2 -3, 1 times e to the -3t. So we can expand this out, and this gives us the following general solution. X, which is y prime, is equal to 7c1 e to the 7t minus 3c2 e to the -3t, and y is equal to c1 e to the 7t plus c2 e to the 3t. So to find the values of the constants c1 and c2, we can use the initial conditions to get the particular solution. So the initial conditions are that when t is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, and y prime, which is x, is equal to 1. Putting that into the equations we had for the general solution, we get that 1 is equal to 7c1 minus 3c2, and 2 is equal to c1 plus c2. So you can use any method that you know to solve these simultaneous equations. You could use substitution, elimination, matrix method, or you could put them into a solver or calculator, and this will give us that c1 is equal to 7 over 10, and we get that c2 is 13 over 10. And this will give us the particular solution, y is equal to 7 over 10 e to the 7t plus 13 over 10 e to the -3t. So we don't need to write the other equation in x, because this is just the derivative of our particular solution.